What's up, everybody? Let's talk about the PS5, shall we? Now, I don't want to focus too much on numbers or anything like that. I want to get into the actual interview with Mark Cerny, is what I want to get into. The link in the description will be that interview. I read it at the doctor's office, skimmed through it. I might forget some stuff. You want the full read, boom, click the link. First and foremost, this thing sounds like it's going to be the real deal. I don't see how. Look, $400 is the sweet spot for a console. Everybody pretty much knows that. The more affordable, the better. Not so in my eyes because, well, as you can see, PS4, there's been so many compromises. You know what I mean? And I think the later and later we get in the game, the more experienced gamers get, the more everybody's realizing how gimped these consoles were. Even the Pro variant, even the X variant. And it's because of the CPU, that slow-ass garbage CPU. You know the base clock speed on the PS4 is 1.6 gigahertz. Did you know that? The Pro's like 33% better. That's it. These are garbage clock speeds. And it's getting us shitty frames per second. I'm in the middle of making a YouTube video. And the UPS guy just rolled up to my house. Like, what are the odds? I don't. My window's wide ass open. Excuse me. Were you aware that these UPS guys, they don't even knock on your door anymore? They just set it down, haul ass. You know what I mean? I don't live in the greatest of neighborhoods. Now, what if he'd have just hauled ass and I'd have been sleeping or something like that? You know what I mean? You want to see what's inside? Huh? Maybe later. I don't even know what I was talking about. See, this is the problem. Okay, we were talking about gimped hardware. Now, the PS5 looks to be a beast, indeed. I feel like it's going to be $500. I feel like it has to be $500. If it's $400, there is no way it's going to do anything that they say it's going to do. I think that Sony has learned with the PS3 that launching a console at $600 is a mistake. Cerny, I don't know if Cerny said it. I think he did something in the way of it'll justify, the performance in the box will justify the price. I read that somewhere. I don't know if it was this exact interview, but $500, boom, I can do $500 all day. I'll pay $800 for a console. I'll pay $1,000 for a console. Once it goes over $1,000, then I start severely questioning. You know what I mean? This thing better be the real deal at $1,000. But nobody else is going to pay that. You know what I mean? That's when you start getting your high-end PCs and shit like that. Well, not your high-end, your decent mid-entry level PCs at $1,000 or more. To give you some context, my motherboard, my processor, and my RAM that I just bought were $600. Okay, that's not counting the graphics card. That's not count. The graphics card is expensive. Cerny talks about a graphics card that supports ray tracing. I have no idea what that is, but I know it's on the 20 series cards. My 1070, which is a $300 card, with 8 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, it doesn't support ray tracing. So this is like a new feature that this GPU in the PS5 is going to support. We're talking about new RAM. We're talking about a new processor that's based on the 3rd generation Ryzen's Navi, I think it's Navi line. So I don't know what any of that means, but I'm sure the clock speeds on these CPUs are going to be much higher than what they are now. They're talking about 8K. It'll support 8K resolutions. It's like, oh my God. In what? Pac-Man? You know what I mean? I highly doubt that. I don't really want to focus too much on that. But he talks about how he's disappointed last generation about the sound. Nothing was really done with the sound on the PS4. From the PS3 to the PS4, sound remained the same. Now he's talking about 3D audio running through your stereo speakers. You know, you don't need a specific or a special device for it. That's interesting. He's saying that the real MVP is going to be the headphones, though, when you wear a pair of headphones connected to the PS5. The interesting thing about this is he talked about memory. He talked about hard drive space. He talked about PS5 how much space it took up. So that leads me to believe that it's going to be bigger than a terabyte. He talked about the size, how demanding the games are now in sizes. So I'm guessing that means, okay, so instead of a 1 terabyte, we're going to get a 2 terabyte. But this is the kicker. It's an SSD. And not only is it an SSD, it's got like higher clock speeds or something like that. More so than any SSD you can buy for your PC right now. I'm not bullshitting. That's what the article said. Something to that effect. Click the link to verify. That's what he says. It's more sophisticated. They did something with it. He talked about being in a demo playing Spider-Man. He fast traveled. It took 15 seconds on your standard PS4 Pro. Then he did it on the dev kit, which is like a slow running dev kit. It's not even where the PS5 is going to be. It took 0.8 seconds to do the same fast travel. Now that's impressive. He talked about backwards compatibility. Now think about it. This PS5, it's working with Spider-Man. So what other benefits are we going to get? It's in 4K. We're going to have higher clock speeds on our CPU. Do we get Spider-Man at 60 FPS with more responsive controls? Hey, God of War, 60 FPS. You know what's real disappointing? The fact that we're not getting backwards compatibility for the PS3. Now don't get me wrong, I'm happy it's coming for the PS4 because I got a slew of I got over 200 digital games for the PS4. Maybe I don't have that many. Maybe it's like 150. So, you know, I like the fact that all those games are coming with me. But can you imagine? I want you to picture this for a minute. I want you to picture this. Okay? Clear your mind. Let me get it. You ready for this? 4K enhanced. 60 FPS gameplay. Functioning online on your PS5. Huh? You know what I mean? I hear people like BG, you don't play old games. You know what? Whatever. Ain't nobody trying to hear you. Ain't nobody trying. 60 FPS, 4K enhancements, people. I don't care about your new games. Give me this. Give me Killzone 3. Give me Resistance 3. 60 FPS, 4K enhanced. Okay, I guess that's not happening. That's one of the biggest features, in my opinion, on the Xbox was the fact that you got certain games from last gen, from the Xbox 360 that we can play in 4K. That is huge. Red Dead Redemption 1 looks spectacular. Gears 2, 3, it looks spectacular, man. You're getting off track here, buddy. So we got a possible 2 terabyte SSD. There's no way it's going to be a 1 terabyte. Because a 1 terabyte SSD for your PC right now is $100, and that's like being generous. You know what I mean? That's like on sale, $100. SSDs are expensive. GPU, CPU, new RAM, new box. How are they going to do this? I don't know, man. Look, I'm excited. It's a day one. You know me. You know I always have problems out of these consoles. Have I learned anything? Nope. Day one, all the way. Now I'm really excited to see what Xbox has in store because we've got little tidbits of what PS5 is doing. Microsoft probably sitting back going to see. I'm going to just pretend. I'm going to pretend that I didn't just see a diskless Xbox One S being released for $250. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that shit because there's no way Microsoft is that stupid. There's no way. But anyways, that's really all I can think about. You want to see what was in the box? Oh, what's in the box? You know, I'll show you what's in the box. Become Wrath. Okay. Just leave it on the doorstep. Just leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here. Okay, okay. What is it? What is it? Feast your eyes. The Dark Core, Corsair. I got rid of it. I bought it from Best Buy. Ain't nobody giving a shit about your stupid mouse, dude. Don't nobody care. So that's it. That's really all I got for you. I'm excited. I don't care what the price is. They can say it's $700. I'm buying it. Now I know they're not going to do that. It's going to be $499. That's what I said. There's no way it can be cheaper. And given the market, there's no way it can be more expensive. $500. It's going to be it. It's not going to be $550. $500. I really hope that it's funny. It's like I don't even care, and I touched on it briefly. I don't even care about the new games. I just want to see what they do with the backwards compatibility. You know what I mean? I hope these games, I hope the frame rates aren't locked in, man. I hope we can do better frame rates on the games we have now at higher resolutions with better performance, utilizing that SSD. That's what excites me. You know, I'm not too hyped for any of these new games coming out. I'm not really seeing anything too crazy. But, all right. You let me know what you think. You hyped? You a Sony drone? You getting it? Sony over Xbox, getting them both. I'm getting them both. I'm buying the new Xbox. I'm buying the new PlayStation. I'm going to keep upgrading my PC. I'm rolling with the bigger, better shit always. I'm going to have everything. I'm never going to limit myself as long as my kids have everything that they need, everything that they want at any given time, minus a pony that my daughter keeps asking for. I'm going to be buying all this shit. All right, I'll holler at you later. Why'd you slap your leg, you country bumpkin?